Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. What I wanted to do here today is kind of an update video on Horizon Modern Warfare, the fan-made, by the community, for the community, remaster of Modern Warfare 2, because this game is absolutely incredible. It truly is. The amount of passion and effort from the community to put this stuff together, the team that actually went through and added all this stuff to the game, the people that made the launcher and running the Discord and everything, they did a fantastic job with this mod here. And about 2 weeks ago, almost exactly 2 weeks ago, I made my video saying that this project went live and that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered is back. It's now open source. People are going to be able to play it, download it. There's a launcher even, which makes things so simple. Basically, you just join the Discord, you download the files, you run the launcher, and then the launcher will automatically update the game as they do bug fixes and things like that. And just everything is so streamlined and fantastic. I had high hopes and high expectations for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. And I suppose the big question is, did this game meet those expectations? Well, yes and no, honestly. That's what it really comes down to. From the perspective of the mod and the game itself, it's fantastic. Sure, there are bugs and whatnot, but nearly every day there's bug fixes that are coming out, and the community is always working on this thing, trying to make sure it runs as good as possible. And when you jump in, you play, it's so fantastic. The core gameplay is incredible. I have seen some people saying that mods like this are like super sweaty. Why even bother downloading it? Because only the most hardcore of the hardcore are going to be here. But it's the exact opposite. Like a game like this compared to Modern Warfare 3, like the current COD that is out right now, night and day difference. Sure, there are really good people that play this mod, but it's such a chill community and people just jump in and play the game and level up their guns and go for their camos and just enjoy playing on the old maps with the old guns. And then the introduction of the Modern Warfare Remastered maps as well. So you have COD 4 maps and MW2 maps in here. They even added things like the AK-74U and the M40A3 into the game as sort of just these extras, you know, like the game itself from a core gameplay perspective is everything I always wanted it to be. Where it kind of failed to meet expectations a little bit, and this is not the fault of the developers whatsoever, is the community perception of the mod, because for all intents and purposes, people don't really seem to care about it anymore for one reason or another, especially when it comes to content creators, which is something that I find really, really disappointing. I ended up making a tweet a while ago about this, how nobody's really talking about the mod. Nobody's talking about the game whatsoever. Initially, when HM2 was going to be coming out, people were stoked about it. You had all these big name content creators, everybody talking about MW2 Remastered this, MW2 Remastered that. Well, then the project got cease and desisted, and those people who were like hyping up the game and like really wanting to play the game, talking about how amazing it was, they sort of just stopped talking about it out of nowhere after the project was shut down, despite the fact that the project lived on. The game files were leaked, and there for a couple of weeks, maybe a month there, we were able to play the game still. It was a pain in the ass to install, but you could still play the game and still enjoy it if you wanted to, but nobody was really talking about it. And then when Horizon Modern Warfare came out, where they basically took the original HM2, made it open source, fixed a bunch of problems, added the launcher and everything, and they released it in the best state we've ever seen for a Modern Warfare 2 Remastered mod, still yet nobody is really talking about it. And the big thing I noticed when I put that tweet out, a bunch of content creators were responding to me. They're like, Horizon, what? What are you talking about? The mod got shut down. Like, it doesn't exist anymore. How can we talk about something that doesn't exist? And it really just came down to a situation where a bunch of these people had no idea that this mod even existed for one reason or another. And now with Black Ops 6 being right around the corner, plus the recent stigma of the original mod being shut down by Activision, I think a lot of people are just thinking to themselves, you know what? It was a really cool idea. It was a really cool project, but you know, it didn't quite work out, and on to new things, essentially, is how I feel a lot of people are perceiving this game as of right now, which is pretty disappointing. So while yes, Horizon Modern Warfare is still doing pretty well, the Discord servers got like 14,000 people in it or something like that. At any given time, there's like 300 to 500 people playing the game. While yes, that is fantastic, I'm concerned that the game is not ever going to grow, and essentially it's just going to be one of these little tight-knit communities, which in some capacity is good. I mean, that's fantastic that we have this tight-knit community where everyone's playing this game. Like, when I jump in here, I get recognized almost every single lobby, despite the fact I always have stupid names like Buck Bagalini, Lionel Breadley, Bruce Buttercrisp, like all these like stupid names. People recognize them because they see them in my videos. They know I'm going under one of those aliases, essentially, so I get recognized a bunch, and that's fantastic. And everyone in there is so chill and non-toxic, and just, it's enjoyable. It's a really cool community that they have going on right there, but it's just a bit disappointing to me anyway. Not what they're doing, but rather how the community perceived this entire thing, and how the project itself, because of all the hitches that it had along the way, that it's never really going to blow up like the original HM2 potentially was going to. to when you had all these content creators with millions of subs and hundreds of thousands of views per video, making videos and talking about the game and promoting it and trying to get more and more people to actually jump in and enjoy it, because that's one of the things I'm most concerned about overall. Is an experience like this is really hard to find anymore. Of course, you can try to jump on the original Modern Warfare 2, for example. You try jumping on Modern Warfare Remastered, you know, the original Call of Duty 4, World at War, but those games are hacked all to shit. There's barely any people even playing those games. There's no support from Activision whatsoever, and ultimately, those games are going to die. The official retail versions of the game, anyway. You look at the original Warzone servers, and those were shut down. You look at the Halo servers and Xbox 360, those were shut down. Of course, they have the Master Chief Collection, which is one thing, but when it comes to COD, I am starting to wonder how much longer will these older games be able to live on. Backwards compatibility is one thing. That's definitely something that's going to help keep these games alive long term, but eventually Activision might just shut down the servers, similar to how Microsoft shut down the Halo servers. If you look at the Xbox 360 servers in general, they shut down the shop not too long ago. You can no longer buy things on the Xbox 360. The servers are still up and you can still play some of those classic old school games, but let's be realistic here. 2007, when COD 4 came out, we're talking about a 17-year-old game. Modern Warfare 2 here, we're talking about a 15-year-old game, and eventually more consoles are going to start coming out, and eventually the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 are going to become such ancient pieces of hardware that the servers may eventually get shut down. And just imagine a reality for a second where, even though you haven't played it in a while, I'm sure most of you have not played a game like COD 4 or MW2 in a long time, imagine a world where you can't play those games anymore. No matter what, you just want to jump on and play some team deathmatch on COD 4. Well, you can't do that anymore. You want to jump on Modern Warfare 2 and go grab your FAMAS and go, you know, play on High Rise or whatever. Well, you can't do that anymore either. You know, that's a really scary situation. So having mods like this out there is fantastic, because not only is it made by the community and for the community and ran by the community and updated by the community and everything, it's also one of those things that's preserving Call of Duty history, which is something I'm a really big fan of. I've done a number of these like COD history style videos in the past, and not many of them really do well, like the Legacy of Pro Perks video I did. That thing took forever to make, but it was really fun to do a deep dive into Pro Perks and the evolution of them throughout the entire history of COD. And yeah, I'm a big fan of the franchise, believe it or not. I do love the Call of Duty franchise. I've been playing it for over half my life and covering it for 13 years here on YouTube. Call of Duty is a big part of my identity as a person, you could say. And so when I think about the idea of like those original games shutting down, I hate that. So when you have a project like this, like Horizon Modern Warfare, where you can just jump on and play with other like-minded people, it's a very chill community. You have your FOV sliders, you have your new camos to go for, you have all the old classic kill streaks, and the maps are all there, and the map voting system, and it's just so fantastic. So the Horizon Modern Warfare team is doing a great job. The mod itself is not exactly blowing up like I initially kind of thought that it would, but I suppose that's okay. At the end of the day, when it comes to these fan-made mods, they're typically not going to be massive, but they definitely have a very consistent player base and a very dedicated community of people that just love old school COD, and I think that is freaking awesome. So ladies and gentlemen, there you guys have it. If you guys like to play Horizon Modern Warfare, I'll put a link to their Discord down there in the description. But for right now, that's it for this little update video here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.